Magha Puja Series 2. The fruit of paying homage to the Lord Buddha with lanterns. Story of the senior monk, Phra Anuruddha. The fruits of worshipping the Lord Buddha with lanterns are innumerable and include celestial wealth, human wealth, and the most important wealth of all, Nibbana. Everyone should practice such worship. The merit accumulated in such a manner will cause one's life to prosper, like the brightness of the lanterns. When one is reborn in the celestial realm, one's celestial eye will be more potent than that of any celestial being. Should one become a Buddhist monk, the merit will cause one to quickly realize the Dhamma, which results in the attainment of the celestial eye, as in the story about Phra Anuruddha, who was the most excellent in the area of the celestial eye. During the time of the Lord Patumuttara Buddha, Phra Anuruddha was a very wealthy man from a prominent family. One day he attended the Dhamma sermon given by the Lord Patumuttara Buddha. At the end of the sermon, the Lord Buddha honored one particular arahat as being the most excellent in the area of celestial eye. The young man was greatly impressed and thought the arahat had to possess great virtue to be especially honored by the Lord Buddha in that way. He wished to be similarly honored by one of the Lord Buddhas in the very distant future. Having thus considered, he walked through the crowd to request the Lord Buddha and 100,000 monks to kindly accept an offering of food at his house. He had made great offerings for the entire 7 days. On the 7th day, he made an offering of fine fabric, together with sewing kits and dyeing kits, to the Lord Patumuttara Buddha and the monks. He made a wish in the Lord Buddha's presence. He said, "I've made these offerings without expecting any celestial wealth or any other human wealth. 7 days ago, the most enlightened one honored a particular monk as being the most excellent in the area of celestial eye. I too wish to be honored in such a manner by one of the Lord Buddhas in the distant future." The Lord Buddha employed the Buddha eye and saw that the young man's wish would eventually come true, and said, 100,000 kappas from now, during the time of the Lord Gautama Buddha, you will be honored as the most excellent in the area of celestial eye, and your name will be Anuruddha. Later on, after the Lord Patumuttara attained complete Nibbana, human and celestial beings help each other build a gold sitiya, 112 kilometers high, to house the holy relic. The young man wanted to accumulate more merit by worshipping the sitiya. He went to ask a Buddhist monk, "Most venerable one, what kind of merit can I make in order for it to result in the attainment of the celestial eye?" "You should worship with lanterns," the monk said. Having been given the right instruction, he had 1,000 torches erected all around the gold sitiya, with smaller ones in between the large ones. He then worshipped the sitiya by lighting the torches. When added to the lanterns from the masses, they total a few thousands. The brightness they gave was as great as daytime. He had accumulated other types of merit for the rest of his life and was reborn in the celestial realm. He enjoyed his tremendous wealth for a long time. His personal radiance was greater than all of his peers. He assumed the title of King Sakka and ruled the Tawatimsa heaven for a total of 30 times. After his accumulated merit lessened, he was reborn a supreme emperor for 28 times. His eyesight was most extraordinary in that he could see clearly as far as 16 kilometers. When the Lord Gatsapa Buddha attained complete Nibbana, the masses helped build a sitya to house the holy relic. To worship the sitya, devotees placed trays, each containing clarified butter and a wick, all around the sitya and lit them. As a young man from a prominent and wealthy family, he wished to worship the sitya in a special way. Therefore, he had made a large bronze tray and filled it with clarified butter. Inside the tray were placed several coil wicks with a large one in the middle. Once lit, the fire shone brightly. He then held the tray on his head and circumambulated the sitya. In his final rebirth, he was born the son of the Lord Gautama Buddha's uncle, and his name was Anuruddha. He later became ordained as a Buddhist monk and studied meditation under Phra Sariputta. He then went to a forest to continue his practice. While there, he had a question about one of the Lord Buddha's sayings. The Lord Buddha knew about it and went to explain the Dhamma to him until he could understand it and continue with his meditation practice. After the Lord Buddha's departure, he was able to attain arahatship as well as other supernormal powers, namely the fourfold discrimination and the sixfold higher knowledge. He was later honored by the Lord Gautama Buddha in the midst of the four Buddhist communities as being the most excellent in the area of celestial eye. During the Lord Buddha's attainment of complete Nibbana, he was the only person that could employ his celestial eye to follow every step of the holy process and periodically reported it to the company of monks. It can be seen through the above example that worshipping the Lord Buddha with lanterns yields many fruits, one of which is celestial eye. We should follow in the footsteps of the sages in the past by accumulating great merit so that its blessing will follow us until the utmost Dhamma can be attained.